It's the San Diego Padres taking on the Baltimore Orioles. This crowd is ready as we get set for the World Series. Game 1 is next. John Shelby and Chris Singleton on the call. There may be no better atmosphere in all of baseball than Game 1 of the Fall Classic, Singy. Lots of excitement to get this thing started.
Yeah, and the players feel that just as much as the fans. You're down there with goosebumps, and these guys are just trying to stay in the moment. But I'll tell you, for the home team especially, it's so hard not to be emotional and hyped up with all the energy in this building right now.
And on the other side, of course, you're looking to swing home field advantage your way with an all-important opening win on the road. First pitch coming your way next. All right, just about set to go. And on the hill today, Todd Anderson.
Big time arm power. One thing he struggles with, though, is repeating his delivery. And sometimes you have bigger pitchers trying to sync things up. Not as easy as a more compact pitcher. But if he can get command going, establish it early, and carry it through the ball game, he's going to pitch deep into this one.
So digging in now for San Diego, Evan Carter. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Next offering is in for a strike.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front. So off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
And that's in the dirt. Now 1-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
And a foul ball. 1 out, base is empty. Ripped on the ground to second. Tosses to first. Quick start here this evening. 2 out, top of the first. 2 outs, base is empty. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. He's a guy, Chris, whose highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms in the sport. Right through there for a strike.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play, because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
And that skips in the dirt. Out to short, Volpe. in plenty of time to first, and they take care of Tatis for the out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the first. No score. Game 1 of the World Series. And now Spencer Torkelson. Game 1 of the World Series here tonight, and all he's hoping is that the success that he's had in the first couple of rounds continues.
The great thing, you're here in the World Series. Now just try to have fun. The performance has been outstanding, and why should it stop now?
How do they cool him off?
Well, they're going to be extremely careful with him. I doubt he's going to get much to hit today, but when he does, be careful because he can hit it a long way.
That one finds the zone. 0-1. Gotta love the intensity of postseason baseball. Players on both sides at such a high level of emotion. Everything is amplified. This one in the air, center field. Rodriguez makes the grab, one away.
Talk about that intensity, Boo. It comes out of everybody. Think about celebrations by players like Carlos Correa, Jose Bautista, Kirk Gibson. Just iconic moments.
Anderson, a former MVP, he features a four-seam fastball, a changeup, a slurve, and he occasionally uses a curve. And that one hammered. That's back there. Can't get to it as it drops into the corner. And that's a double.
Everything came together for him. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
One out, runner at second. Kohler getting ready to hit. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Man at second. And a swing and a miss there.
He's clearly out there throwing pitchers pitches in this situation. First base is open. He walks him. No big deal.
Struck him out looking. That was pretty nasty.
Most guys are very aggressive when they see the stakes out there on the base paths and can't understand why he wasn't ready to swing the bat. You've got to be ready to swing the bat in a situation like that with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Now it's the switch-hitting outfielder, Braden Montgomery. That one finds the corner. Strike one. Montgomery with a homer in his last game. And now the lefty late on that fastball.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. No runs, one hit, a double, no errors, and one man left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. We're tied, 0-0. Top half of the third inning, stepping in for San Diego, Justin Foscue. Anderson back to work. That's in for a strike.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was. Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Beats him for the first out, and that completes the strikeout. Made quick work of him right there, Siggy. I know that's the kind of at-bat maybe leaves a lot of fans wondering, what was he doing up there, right?
Yeah, and I get that. I mean, you take 2 straight strikes, then chase one way out of the zone. It's just not a good at-bat. It'll leave you shaking your head as a hitter, if not worse. But there's always going to be those trips to the plate where you're just lost up there, and that was one of them for sure.
And now it's going to be Buddy Kennedy. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Fastball for a strike.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
Next one misses, and a count 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
That misses the zone, and the count's even at 2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Here's a 2-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That one a little bit high, and now it's 3-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
One down, base is empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. So the batting order turns over. Evan Carter digs in now. He struck out swinging at his first at-bat. So far, the playoffs have not been kind to him, but tonight, a chance to start anew.
So much of this game is mental. He's just got to tell himself, I'm here. I've worked hard all year. Go out, have fun. Trust your ability.
You know, Singy, there are some people that say they feel more pressure actually in the league championship series than the World Series because they know this is it.
I could totally see that because, you know, you get to the World Series. That's what your whole goal was the entire season. Then you're there. There can be some luck involved. So you just got to shake it off. Go out there. Know that this is a rare opportunity and just play your best.
Next offering is in for a strike. Two outs. Swings through that one.
That was straight queso right there.
Count.
One and two here. Bands another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Nothing doing for the offense that time. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Orioles 1 and the Padres nothing. And we're back. Now the number 2 hitter, Clinton Puckett. Well, it's pretty clear that he was frustrated, and even he admitted as much with his performance in their last series, but now a chance to hit the reset button.
That's one of the things he's going to have to get used to. Being the superstar player in this lineup, they are going to pitch you very tough, and you make the adjustment, you can have success. I think he'll have it in this one. There's a good feel in the ballpark, and that's what you expect when the home side has the lead in game one. This energy is going to keep building with every out.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Puckett in his third season, 23 years old, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. And another ball.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
The 2-0 is in for a strike.
So I just got to tip your cap on that take right there. I mean, that's not the location you're hoping for and looking to do damage in a 2-0 count.
And that drops in for a strike.
2-2.
Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Gets to it onto first. Got him. One away on the strikeout.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. Tatis, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1.
This guy's usually not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did there. We'll see if he can tighten up his zone a little bit.
1 down, base is empty.
Nope, ball.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Tatis waits. That one missed. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
3-1.
And that's in for a strike.
Full count.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk. Here comes Todd to the plate. Step off throw to first. Tatis dives back in. And that misses. And that's ball 1.
Good fastball there. I think it was a purpose pitch. Just want to make that hitter's feet uncomfortable. And that location will definitely do it.
Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4, 3. It's a double play. And that'll do it for the inning. Offense held in check there. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Orioles 2 and the Padres nothing. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. And that's off the inside edge. 1-0.
You know, these Padres just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group. And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Ball to strike. The pitch. And that one missing low. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Pitch misses there. Full count now.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
Struck him out looking.
The Uncle Charlie boo kept it up his sleeve the entire bat until the 6th pitch. Snapped it off, dropped it in there, and just froze him.
What's with the Uncle Charlie nickname? I mean, people use it all the time. Doesn't feel like it's common knowledge as to why.
Yeah, I don't know. Sounds like something we could find on the interweb, though.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. But why not like Uncle Carl or something like that? Uncle Curly.
Uncle Bree.
Well, but then what would it be, a breaking ball? Now, here is Justin Kohler. One down, base is empty. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The Orioles up by 2 here in Game 1 of the World Series. And downstairs.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got it. Whip number 9 for him in this game. 9.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Here's the center fielder, Braden Montgomery.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
And that one a little below the knees. And that is ball 1. 2 outs, base is empty. That's a little bit low.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
In there at the knees for a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
A little bit low, and the count is 3-1.
There's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
Next offering popped in the air, right field. Carroll makes a nice grab and a full sprint. Game 1 of the World Series. Now it's the second baseman, Justin Foscue. Anderson back to work. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
So far, this guy's been able to tease the strike zone, gets those swings and misses. Somebody's going to have to shorten up, be a little more patient, and make this guy work in the zone a little more.
And that's down and away. The next pitch misses. 2-1. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That's back there. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. That's one way to quiet the crowd. And they're on the scoreboard. It's 2-1.
That gives this offense something to celebrate for the first time in this one. that's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
And that one fouled off. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Just missed. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And it's 2-1.
He was all over that one. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
No outs, runner at first. Evan Carter, the next up for the Padres. 0-2 in this one. That one's in there, 0-1. There's a strike.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
That one is absolutely belted. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. In to score from first. It's 2-2.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost art for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Everything was mechanically sound with that swing right there. I mean, that's pretty much what you're wanting to replicate with every rep you take. You want good balance, barrel directly to the baseball, and good long extension after contact out in front of home plate. Man, there are a lot of doubles in a swing like that. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Swing and a high fly ball. That one out towards left center field. Way back there. And it's gone. They'll circle the bases. It's their second home run of the inning. It's 4-2. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Todd Anderson is done, and it wasn't his best start, but he kept them in it to this point, and will come back with a new arm. Now a right-handed arm out of the bullpen, Drew Rasmussen.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Anderson battled through 5 innings of work.
Not his best showing on the mound, and they didn't do enough offensively to overcome his start. I'm sure he wants to do better next time out.
So, Chris, here's a look at the final numbers from what turned out to be a really close ball game.
Yeah, this is one of those games that clearly could have gone either way, and that's kind of exactly what you expect out of postseason baseball. So competitive.
Close one here today, and your final 5-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.